cooked dinner for you, and she brought the plate for you at the table. And she brought, and then, so it would still piss you off if she didn't bring you a drink?
She didn't finish the job, yeah.
Yeah, we have a radio check. We can bring one, nah.
Fucking Australians, bro. They can't do anything right.
Radio check, please.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I've got nothing.
No, can we get a radio check, please?
I'll get a radio check.
I can hear you. 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 I can hear you.
Comms aren't good.
All right, do the speaker stuff so we get started. I don't want to be wasting nobody's time.
Go. Start.
Go.
Okay, you can hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, another episode where we have more than just us guys. You obviously know who I am, Antelope. My co-host, Cayno. Other co-host, Ivan down there. We have a few special guests today again. We have Allison for round 2 or 3, depending on how many podcasts I've uploaded with her already. One should be up already, so you guys should know who she is. You guys should know who Dallas is as well. And then give it up for Selena, one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world, who I got so much love for, is joining us as well. Do you want your Instagram out? Yes or no, Selena, so I can put it on screen right now. Okay, follow her Instagram right here. It's right here in the middle of the screen. Go give her some love as well. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, Ash, my bad. Ash, I forgot about you. I see you as one of the boys, man. My bad. My bad, Ash. We also have Ash from the Cash Ham YouTube channel. And yeah, all that good shit. Don't forget to subscribe. 42% of you motherfuckers are not subscribed to the podcast, so make sure to subscribe. And yeah, welcome to Awake and Unafraid, the podcast where we stay awake and are unafraid to talk about everything and anything. Boys and girls, how's everybody doing? Good?
Good.
I'm full. I'm really full.
I wanted to start this off a little slow because this is Selena's first time being on a podcast and talking to a bunch of strangers that you guys don't fucking know about. So we'll kind of ease our way into some of the topics that I have here. But me and Selena, we grew up sort of really close to the border. Ain't that right, Selena?
We did, and it kind of sucked.
It
had its perks. It has its perks. It does, but it also sucks because it is a very, very small town, and everybody knows everybody's business, and who's up with who, who's been with who, and you probably slept with somebody's auntie or granny, and your brother did too, you know, so.
Yeah, Ivan also grew up there.
I went to the same high school as you guys.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So us three, yeah, we go back. Ivan, I remember Ivan, but like back in high school, I was way more popular than him, so I really hang out with him as much.
Oh, there it
but
is.
You were popular? Okay, sir.
Back when he was actually skinny, you know, now he's looking over here like a little jelly roll.
I mean, he do be posting way too many selfies lately. Have you seen that?
Me?
Yes, you.
No, Ivan.
Hey, he sucks it in.
Oh yeah, you see that one?
Like right now, if we all go on his story right now, there's like 5 selfies posted.
Lies. Lies.
Cool. I'll bring out the receipts right now.
Richard.
Oh.
Love himself.
Yeah.
Look, she's even trying not to laugh.
Fuck
Richard.
you, I don't have fight too.
Okay, what's this? What's this? What's this?
Hold on. Let me. My turn.
Hold up. What's this? What's this? What's this?
Right here. I got it too.
Yep.
Which is a reminder, guys, follow me on Instagram, King Antelope.
Oh, that's embarrassing, isn't it?
Hey, man, it's all self-promotion, man. I'm trying to grow
You
this
know
podcast.
What? He's like loving himself, and I'm here for it. You love yourself, baby.
I love myself.
No,
And Selena, you
what
know
I like.
everything I've been through, and it's like self-love now. You know what I mean? It's like I love myself.
Mm-hmm. If
Look.
you're feeling yourself, that's fine. You know what? Whatever.
Every day. Every day. There's some days that I don't,
Look.
but mostly every day. What? Stop
No,
burning
just-
me.
Spell that.
Okay. Anyways, so the reason I brought up that us three, me, Ivan, and Selena, grew up close to the border is because she mentioned it. There's a lot of perks by living close to the border. One of those perks is that the legal drinking age in Mexico is 18. So we've been drinking for a very long time, and
Even before 18.
I didn't say that.
Go to jail.
But there are people.
know.
There, some of us have been drinking since maybe 14. I'm not saying I have. I'm just saying some of us maybe have.
You hit it. You hit right right on the nose.
So, which brings me to my next topic. What was the first time you guys ever like blacked out while drinking alcohol, if any? So we'll start off with Ash and Cayno. Because you guys are a bunch of crazy Australians. Your legal age is 18 as well in Australia.
Yeah.
So Ash, what was the first time you blacked the fuck out?
Oh no, every day, man.
Yeah. Every yeah. Fuck. I don't know, eh? It's probably about. I think that was probably 1 or 2 times when I was about 16.
I've seen it touching me, and I don't know.
I mean,
And?
yeah.
Well,
But
tell us
underage
more.
drinking
What
was-
happened? Were you like at a house party drinking, with your friends? Why'd you black out? Do you remember what
just
happened?
just like a couple of mates from school and that. Obviously their parents were away, so we're like prime time, go and drink. But yeah, just like snuck across the road to the bottle shop. Surprisingly, they actually served us as well.
So you guys
We're
were
just
at a
drinking
pub?
pretty much whatever we could get, whatever we could get our hands on, like bottles of vodka, whatever. Just went hard, and then probably went a little bit too hard,
They're also watching a soccer game, so.
Oh. I was like,
Yeah,
what are you so excited about over there?
I know, right?
we got a sport.
Their Australian team is called the Kangaroos. How fucking funny is that?
I think it's so cute. Stop it.
It's adorable. I love it.
It is.
Ivan said he could beat up a kangaroo.
Ivan did not say that. How dare you take my
What?
time. I can beat up a
And
kangaroo.
What?
I don't reckon you could either.
Anyways, we'll discuss that topic later. Cayno, first time you blacked out.
I was actually, it was the end of year work party, and I had the boys throw me in a taxi because I was like passing out at the pub, and I went to my girlfriend's place at the time, and I threw up in a shower, and then I woke up. I woke up the next day with half my face full of makeup, my nails done up, fucking.
So you threw up and she still was like,
No, it was
No,
just-
did she put? You said makeup. Did she put it on you?
Yeah, she put it on me.
Oh, love that. You know what? Good for her. What a queen.
What a queen!
I thought like she made out with you and got her makeup smeared all over your face.
No, well, because her mum was having a sort of work party as well downstairs, so I ran downstairs naked. It got me.
Okay, so you remember most up until what point? Like, what's the last thing you remember? Just knocking out?
Okay, so I remember is getting out of the taxi to go to their house, and that's all I remember.
Damn.
And then everything else I was told the next day about what happened.
Do you have any pictures? I want to see those later if you do.
Ooh, I might do. I'll try and find
It's
them.
down.
Yeah, find them and then I'll play some on screen right now.
Oh,
Unless if you don't want me to, I won't then. But if you give me the consent, here it is.
Go on, I'm not
All right, Selena. Where, when, and how?
Oh my god. Okay. So, say how old I was, because I was I think I was 15 years old.
She's so pretty.
And-
Selena. Anyways,
Oh,
go.
thank you so much. Thank you. So I was 15 years old and I just started dating my first boyfriend ever. So I was always nervous. And well, in Mexico, everybody hangs out and drinks
Do I know your first
as
boyfriend?
teenagers. No, you do not.
Okay.
I don't think you do.
I don't know, maybe. Okay, and
He's
anyways.
married and has a bunch of kids now, and he went to prison and everything. But, anyways, so I was 15, he was 16, and him and his cousins, they would always go cruising, and they'd always drink, right? So I never really drink, and I was like, you know what? I want to be cool. I'm gonna drink with them. That was very dumb of me because I was just like, yeah, I'll just keep drinking and drinking. I was 15. I remember I was wearing a zebra shirt, which is really funny because during that time, animal print was like very in.
Yeah. It was like the Jersey Shore era.
Yeah, you're right. And I remember we were just cruising around drinking, and it was Tecate Roja. So if you know what that is.
Ugh!
And it was like my first time drinking, and I was just like, yeah, I know how to drink. I'm gonna keep going. That was a really bad idea because I was just like trying to impress them and like act cool, like if I knew what the hell I was doing, but I didn't. Because we were cruising around, there was a point where I was just like, you know what, we need to stop the car. And I just remember like we were like through an alley or something, and I just remember opening the door and just throwing up. And it was really, really bad, and it was like in front of everybody,
Oh,
all of
no.
his cousins and him. So I was like very embarrassed, but it was okay because he wasn't a dick about it. He was just like very respectful and everything, which was good, you know, because I would have been like horrible if my boyfriend just like left me there all drunk and like throwing up and stuff. No,
Yeah,
but he took
100%.
care of me, so that was good. But that was the first time that I remember.
All right. Dallas? Oh, no. Yeah. Me and you will go last. Go ahead, Dallas.
Through some photos.
Do you remember your first time? If you don't, then damn, that was a good ass night.
No, I honestly don't drink to the point where I black out. So.
It's never happened before, like not even the first time? No? All right, what about the time that you've gotten the most, you know, chocolate wasted?
The most chocolate wasted, we'd say when I was 16
Okay.
with my best friend. We went to a frat party at the U of A.
Was that? How are frat parties?
Oh, U of A?
Yeah. The
Oh,
U of
yeah,
A.
because you're from Tucson. I forgot about that.
Tuscan.
Sun Devils.
Nope.
Tuscan.
She met these college guys who were at the mall. And they asked us if we wanted to go out and drink. And we were like, sure, why not? This is my rebellion.
Casual. Like that actually happens in real life. Go to the mall and frat guys actually ask you, hey, you want to go drink?
Yeah. We were literally just shopping for school, and they just walk up to us and say, hey, you guys want to go to a frat party? We were like, sure, why not? You know,
What movie is this?
Right? Movies in real life.
All right.
So then what happened?
Movies IRL.
So we end up going to this frat party. My best friend gets fucked up.
You want to come out?
And then I'm over there doing keg stands left and right.
Damn!
I do.
Queen, I love that.
I beat every freaking guy who was older than me in that frat house.
Period.
And then the thing is, we had to do it with our legs up in the air.
Yeah.
So they were like lifting you and stuff? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they lifted up our legs, and the guys couldn't even last maybe like 20 seconds.
Damn.
That's pretty cool.
Y'all built different.
No.
Talking up the frat boys in their own game.
Right? No, but then after she got fucked up, I was like, okay, maybe it's like, time to go. And I started feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, really, I don't feel it because it takes so much for me to get fucked up.
Same.
But for some reason, I think that day I didn't eat. So I was like starting to feel it when we were like driving, when I was driving home, and I just had a post over it and knocked out.
All right, pretty cool. Ivan, I can say yours if you want me to, Ivan.
Bro, that night, bro, was a close, like, that night was the closest.
It's very interesting that they both already know what night they're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Here, so this is what happened, right?
Wait, I'll play the clip right now so people can watch as well.
Yeah. No, so when me and Antelope first started talking again, like trying to catch up and everything, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna come to Arizona. Let's kick it. He's like, bet. So I come to Arizona for like 4 days, right? come to Arizona to see him for like 4 days. And mind you, this is the first time like I've gotten fucked up in almost 2.5 years. Like fucked up. So I'm hanging out with him. We're drinking every night, and then one night he's like, "Hey," he's like, "Literally, we're drinking every single night that I've been there. From the time I landed, we started drinking." So we go out. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna go with some friend. I'm gonna go meet up a friend." I'm like, "All right, cool." So we go meet up his friend. We start drinking. We each drink a cubeta, and we just keep drinking. We started drinking at like 8 o'clock, I think. We took two shots.
Or did you go to Mex? Because you said cubeta y aquí no hay tantas cubetas.
No,
No,
but it
the
was a
cubeta-
Mexican bar here in Phoenix.
Sorry. I just switched
Yeah,
to English, sorry.
It was a Mexican, so it was like a bucket, right? But it was right there. You know, it was a little Mexican bar. So we went. So we started. Where the hell did we go? We went.
Don't you
We-
don't have
we
to leave
started at the
details
house.
out. You could be straight up because this was before anybody and everything. So you can say details.
So we go to. I forgot. It was like a pizza bar that he wanted to show me. So we go to that one. We have a drink there,
Ziggy's?
and then we. Huh? Yeah. Yep. Ziggy's. And then we go to Cobra, have a drink or two there. And then he's like, "Hey," my homie said, like, let's meet him over here. I'm like, I bet. So we drive over there. We get there, we get a bucket, we finish that, he's like, "Hey, that's not the right one. We're at a different one." So we drive to the other one, we get a bucket, we finish that one. And we're drinking from 8 o'clock. And they're like, "Hey, let's go somewhere else." Like, I bet. So we take off, we go to Circle K, right? We go to the gas station. At 2 a.m, they're closed. Like, yeah, we can't serve alcohol. So he said, "Fuck it." We go to his friend's house. I forgot his name. We go to his friend's house, and we're drinking till like 5, 6 in the morning, right? And we start driving back. We drop off one of his friends, and I'm sitting in the back just chilling, minding my own business. Dropped him off, right? As soon as we dropped him off, I hop in the front seat. We start driving. I roll down the window. As soon as we leave the block, I start throwing out the window as he's driving. He's like, "Do you want me to stop?" I'm like, "Nah, it's fine. Just keep going." And I'm just
Keep
throwing
going and you're throwing up.
This motherfucker
Yeah.
is not throwing up like no, like he's throwing projectiles
No,
out my
okay.
window. Like my whole right side of the vehicle was covered in vomit to the point where I couldn't see out the window.
So homeboy told you to keep going, and you still didn't stop while he was throwing up?
I was like, I figured like the fresh air in his face would help him. Cause this dude was like
That's not a friend right there. Does that?
we're in the highway going 65, 70 miles an
I'm like
hour.
this.
Like
I'm
his whole
this,
top
out the window,
torso is
and I'm
out.
like this.
Like when you roll down the window and a dog comes out to,
Did the
that's Ivan.
air at least feel nice? Did
Oh,
the
it felt
air
great.
feel nice?
Oh, I feel fucking amazing. But I'm just like throwing up, right? And then I see some car riding his ass, and I get mad. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this dude. So I stand more out. Like, I'm putting my hands on the window. I turn my head, and I just fucking throw as much as I can out. Hits the car behind me, splatters all over the windshield.
Oh no.
You're like, you know what? Let me get a little bit on them.
Oh, that's
yeah, he
rough.
literally threw up on the car behind
So
me.
this car was riding his ass the entire time on the freeway. So I'm drunk, so I got mad. Like, fuck this dude. The fucking vomit just splattered all over the window, and it's like chunks too. It's not like the just
Like
liquid, it's
pizza
chunks.
chunks,
Chunks.
pepperoni, crust, pasta,
Wow.
It was chunky.
all over the place.
So
and
we
then yeah.
So
Was that
I'm like, dude, we keep driving. He stops to get food, and I kind of fall asleep.
Where
No,
did
wait.
you go get food?
I think we went for Liberos.
Yeah, you got a burrito.
I was hoping you didn't say Phillies.
Oh, that's cool.
Have you ever had Phil? Okay, we'll have this discussion later. But continue your story, Evan.
So he got a burrito. I'm still feeling sick as shit. We get to the house. And I'm just fucking dying at this point. We
Falls
get to the
asleep
house.
on my couch.
No, I didn't fall asleep on the couch. Not that one.
Oh, that was
That
a
wasn't
different
that
night?
time.
Not
Oh,
that
okay.
one time.
Yeah,
it was
that
another
was a different time. So that was the second night. That was the first night. I fell asleep on the couch like this.
Yeah, I have pictures of that too. I'll put it on
Yeah,
screen right
put the
now. if you
picture up.
want.
Yeah, put the picture up.
Okay.
But so we get out of the car and he's walking in front of me. He's like, "Hey, bro, you good?" And I'm like literally like this with my eyes kind of closed, walking behind him like this. And I'm like, I'm okay. I'm right behind you. I know where to go. And I slowly follow him. When we get to the house, I'm like, okay. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna take a shower. He's like, okay. I lay in the bath. I go in the bathroom, turn on the shower, and I lay in the tub like this. Pass the fuck out.
This motherfucker
Pass
passed
the
out of my
fuck out.
bath. He could have drowned.
I'm running.
Like he could have died.
Very interesting how drunk people always like make it to the tub.
Somehow.
Like, what's with the tub? What's so attractive about the tub and being drunk? Like, there's a bed, there's a couch, there's a floor, honey. Why a tub? It's so uncomfortable.
You go
Look,
up,
the tub.
Exactly.
That'd be nice.
The
Clean
tub.
up then
There's
and there.
something about the tub, right? When you have the hot water on, you can only lay a certain way, like kind of curled up, right, in the tub. So when the hot water's hitting you, you just feel nice and warm and cozy, and you feel like you're in a cocoon.
You feel safe.
It's night time. It's safe space. So I woke up like 2-3 hours later because the water, like 2 hours later because the water got cold. I dried myself off and I laid in the fuck out again.
Yeah, how'd you turn
Oh
off the
my
water?
God.
You tell that detail of how you shut off the water. Do you remember what you told me?
With my foot. 'Cause I
He
didn't
was
want to
like-
move. So
And then all you see is a
I
fucking
didn't wanna-
pata just. Yeah. Oh man, what a great story, man. What a great
Specific
story.
detail, wouldn't you? And low.
That's yeah,
Oh,
bro.
that's fucking awesome.
I will never leave a
That was
foot
good.
detail out.
Oh God.
Allison, do you want to go next? Well, tell them really quick about the time you fell off your roof.
Oh my god. No, that's
What?
Yeah. Okay.
She's
so
alive, guys. Cute. She made it.
Yeah, no, that time, okay. That's shit.
Just skip all the to the
Okay,
point where you're drunk in your house.
I get home, I'm plastered. Like I could easily go through the back, right? Had the way like, cause officially I did sneak out through my window. My room is on I have
Second
a
floor.
2-story house, yeah. So I'm like way up there. So I had help, from these guys tell me down from the roof. And then but when we came back, my dumb ass didn't realize all my parents are asleep. I could just go through the back. So I'm like, help me up. Give me a boost up. Give me a boost up. My cousin's like, Allison, you're stupid. Don't do this. You're going to fall. I'm like, no, shut up. Shut up. Let me do this. And then so like they're over here like fucking shaking and shit. I have one leg up in the air and then my arms like this, like thinking that I'm halfway there. So like I decided to do a little jump and then that's when my arm goes shoof. And I felt like on my feet, ass, and then back. And then like, I don't know, I was just drunk, so I wanted a little bit more attention, so I pretended like I fainted.
I love that you recognize it. What's your sign? I need to know now.
Aries?
Okay.
Yeah. No, but yeah, so I was just like laying there, and I could hear my cousin panicking, so I opened one eye, and I'm like...
No, I've only blacked out once in my life, and that was when I graduated high school.
Ooh, interesting.
Were you? I don't know if you were there, Selena, at Dubai.
No, I was not.
Where? Why? Where
I
were
had
you?
a toxic boyfriend at the time, so I couldn't do anything.
Well, you could have been in this story.
But I heard stories. Go for it.
Yeah, I was in Dubai, not the place, but like the club.
But the club.
A club in Mexico called Dubai. It's not there anymore. It's something else now. But we graduated high school, and like we said, we grew up close to the border. So as soon as we graduated or whatever, we went to the clubs in Mexico. And the clubs in Mexico are smart. Like they know that it's graduation night, so like they prepare, for all the fucking kids graduating to go and fucking celebrate or whatever. So we go to a club in Dubai, and one of my good friends, DJ, shout out DJ, he's a boxer, he's doing good. Anyways, he had a bottle of Bucana, aka Buchanan, and that motherfucker just pouring fucking whiskey down my throat all night long. And I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm chilling, chugging this shit, and I was fine. Inside that club, it was packed, so we had like it was like hot. And anyway, so I'm chilling. I'm great. Anyways, my brother is in another bar called Tequila at the time. It's not existent anymore. But so my brother hits me. I was like, hey, bro, over here, come through. And I'm like, bet, So we finished at Dubai. As soon as I stepped out of the club to go to the other one, that wind hit me. It was like a slap to the face. As soon as that cold air hit me, I was like, fuck. Everything just went, pew, and I got super fucked up. And I told my my girlfriend at the time, I was like, hey, I'm not drinking anymore. I'm fucked up. So we get on the taxi and then we go to the other club. And I remember telling, myself, I was like, I'm not drinking anymore. I'm not drinking anymore. The first thing that happens when I walk into the club, my brother greets me. He's like, what's up? You want a beer? And this is the first time that brother's ever offered me a beer, So it's like a bonding moment. How the fuck am I going to say no to the first beer my brother ever offers me? So I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I took I drank like half that beer and then I blacked out. I remember putting my head on the table and then I'm knocked out. My eyes are closed, but I can tell that motherfuckers are partying around me and shit, And then I was like, I need to throw up. So my brother takes me to the bathroom. I throw up. One of the bouncers is like, hey, is he good? And my brother's like, yeah, he's fine. And I'm just like, throwing up in the toilet. And I go back, sit down. The club closes. I go outside. And my brother puts me on the sidewalk and starts eating hot dogs from the hot dog stand there. He's like just eating. My brother's just fucking eating hot dogs while I'm just like.
Did he get you one? That's rude.
He offered me one, but I was like, I'm out of it. I'm out of it. I'm so out of it. I remember everything up until that point. And then I had, like I said, I had my girlfriend at the time. And then my brother, I had two brothers with me. And one of my brothers was going to cross back to the States. And the other brother was going to stay here. Stay in Mexico. And I remember telling my brother, like, hey, bro, can you make sure she gets home safe? And then my brother's like, I got you. So, she says bye. He says bye. As soon as I know that she's getting home safe, I finally can let go and be like, okay, I don't have to fucking battle within my demons anymore. So I let go and then I black out. I wake up the next morning inside my brother's car, half naked, like my shirt's off, my pants are still on, but like my shoes are off. I got one sock on, my birth certificate's on the front, my wallet's on this side, my phone's somewhere in the car. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like did I get hit by a hurricane inside this car? And I've never been to my brother's house before, so I didn't know which house was his. So I wake up in the middle of Mexico, not knowing where the fuck I am, and I grab all my shit and I just start walking, and I'm like, where the fuck am I, Finally, I make it to a place where I kind of know where I am. I finally get a taxi, get home or whatever, and I call my brother and I'm like, bro, why the fuck did you not take me inside the house and put me on the couch? Like, you literally just left me in your car. And he's like, carnal, he's like, bro, you literally fought me. Like, I was trying to get you outside of the car and you were throwing fists and you're like, no, leave me in here. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm fighting my brother at this point.
Oh no.
I was like, what the fuck?
Are you an angry drunk?
No, not at all. But I guess I didn't want to get moved. I was like, this is where I'm going to sleep. I'm not moving. And I was like, that sounds so unlike me. But that's the first time and only time I've ever blacked out. I am not aggressive at all. All you guys know me. That's why it's so weird to me. And I don't have an aggressive bone in my body. But for whatever reason, I was like, no, bro, I'm not going nowhere. And so, I ended up, like I said, making it home and whatnot. And everything planned out. But that's the first time I ever got blacked out. The first and only time. I've never been blacked out ever again in my life. So we're gonna switch gears. I think we feel a little bit looser now or whatever. There's a reason why I want to bring in Selena, not just because I love her to death, but also because I think she brings a very interesting topic, something that we don't get to talk to much about because I don't know anybody else that's in the type of relationship that she is. And I did get her permission to talk about this. But you say what you want. And if you feel like you say more than you are comfortable with, you let me know. I edit it out, never makes it air. But whatever you want to say, you can say. You were mentioning that back in the day, you had a toxic, relationship and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So it got me thinking about the type of relationship that you're in now. And I had a few questions. I don't know if the boys have a few questions or O'Dallas down here. But you are in an open relationship. Isn't that correct?
Open marriage.
Open marriage. I'm sorry. You're right. Open marriage. Okay. So open relationship, open marriage. In your own words, what does that mean? Treat me like I'm a dumbass and I don't know anything.
Well, okay. Because, nowadays there's a lot of labels. There's like polyamorous, where you feel like you're in love with more than just one person. We don't do that here. Not over here. Over here, it's just the option is there if you want to go just to hook up with somebody. the options there. So, we both are on Tinder. We both are on dating apps. Um, the options there, we communicate with each other at all times if one of us wants to go out and be with somebody else. And then at the end, we kind of have like our ground rules, of course, like no spending the night at the other person's house. Once you
Okay.
come back home, get your ass in the fucking shower.
Okay.
And
See, this is interesting, huh? Like that's something I would have never thought about. Okay.
the thing, it's funny because we were both very single for like a really long time, so I knew what I wanted out of like a relationship right away. Like I knew what I wanted. And we kind of just sat down and kind of talked about it because I honestly don't think it's realistic to be with one person for the rest of your life. I just think that's not realistic at all.
That's very mature of you to think that.
Oh, thank you. The option's there, but I will tell you this. This is the first healthy relationship that I am in where there is absolutely no toxicity. There's a lot of emotional support. There's a lot of it's just a lot of love. So we have both gone out and been with other people, but at the end of the day, at the end of the night, we still come home to each other. So emotionally we're only involved with each other. But hooking up and stuff with other people, like I put no emotion to that at all. Like he's the exception. I literally hate men, no offense, but I literally hate men. So
Me
like
too.
I
That's
will
why-
just
that's
use
why I
them
date
for
women.
their, you
We'll
know.
just duck out.
Yeah, we'll go. Come back later. That's right.
No, I agree with what she says that like men are very, like, me personally, I could never be with a dude. Not just because of the sexual attraction isn't there, because obviously I'm attracted to women and
Hey,
women
Richard,
only.
you're right.
But
I'm attracted to women and women only, but like let's say there was let's say I was a girl, I still wouldn't be able to date men because of like how fucking toxic they can be, how much they all the things that they require. It's just, and then there's egos there. There's a lot of masculinity. There's a lot, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just I could never. So that's why I date women, because I.
And it's kind of funny because that's how our like open marriage is, because I am a bisexual woman, and I do want to explore more with women. I've dated women in the past and hooked up with women and stuff, but I don't want to let women go because
Hell
they're
yeah.
great
I love
and
women.
they smell nice.
And they smell nice. That's what I'm saying. I got some stuff to add on, guys, girl, Odalis, Ivan. Do you guys have anything you want to add or ask before I chime in?
question.
Something.
Yeah.
Ivan, go
I
ahead.
do have a question.
so
Oh, I don't even know if it's for me, but I'm like, yeah.
yeah, no, it is. It kind of is, but it's kind of like for everyone as well. But like, I understand. I understand the whole open marriage thing and like that. But just say so. What would a disadvantage in an open marriage be? If there is any at the time.
So far,
I
I've
would
heard
say-
positives. Yeah.
The disadvantage, it still hasn't come up, but like if I would have to put a scenario to it,
Yeah,
to
like
paint a
yeah,
picture
just
here,
like an
I
example
would
or something
say
like that.
the disadvantage would be like if he goes and hooks up with some girl and the girl starts catching feelings, like then that would be the disadvantage.
True, yeah.
But we
yeah,
are very clear from the beginning. It's like, hey, we're married. We're just trying to hook up, okay? So just like
Yeah.
we're very clear with that if we do talk to people online.
And the communication between you guys is so good, and you trust him, and he trusts you so much that
Oh,
he knows that he would
definitely,
not
definitely.
fuck up in that scenario.
I have a question.
Communication
Yes,
must be pretty
Allison.
solid, eh?
Okay.
Let homegirl speak up.
Are you guys ever allowed to like hook up with the same person?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it.
Wouldn't that
Yeah.
be pretty
Not at the same time, though.
Okay.
I don't know how I'd feel about at the same time.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Because I was scared.
Sorry.
not salty. No. Has there ever been a situation where it was a what if, like let's say yourself or your partner ever caught feelings? Has that ever like crossed your mind, like that what if
No.
thought?
It's funny. It's funny you say that, but no, it really hasn't happened. Like, I know at the end of the day, I know what I have at home. Like, I have the greatest man. I have the biggest support system. Like, he takes care of me. I take care of him, even though he doesn't like it. And he's like, oh, I have to take care of you. Blah, blah, blah. And, like, we're just really there for each other. We communicate all the time. So it's never been an issue. Like, don't get me wrong, like the first time like he went out and like he was with somebody else, I was low key like, I'm like, what if I don't like it, you know? What if I don't want this? But I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a great time. I put on Netflix, I had some me time. I got really high and I had like my throw blanket, probably watched some like freaking Disney Plus or something. I just said Netflix, but it was probably Disney Plus, to be honest. And a few hours later, he comes home and everything's perfectly fine and normal. He kind of tells me about it a little bit, but me personally, I don't really want to know the details because it's not really my business. You did what you did, cool. Just make sure you stayed protected, come home and you took a shower, we're good. I thought I would be like having these like anxious feelings or even feelings of being jealous. I did not feel that at all. Like,
what about your first time? What about how
My
did he
first
react?
time?
How did he react to your first time? Yeah.
So that one was a little complicated. Because so that guy was actually a little more shadier than we thought he was gonna be, but he was kind of shady. Um, I so our deal was like, okay, yeah, you're going to hook up, but personally, I cannot hook up with somebody within like a 2 hour span. Like, I need to get to know you a little bit more before I sleep with you, you know? Like, let me feel the vibe a little bit before I'm gonna dive in, you know? So I stayed a little bit longer than I should have, and that kind of caused like a little bit of like, okay, what's going on? Why aren't you home yet? Type of thing. But I personally could not do it right away, you know? Like, I need to feel it out. I'm not just gonna jump right into bed with somebody like that, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I have two follow-up questions.
So, okay. Yeah.
Okay. When you or your husband is when you guys are about to hook up with somebody, do both of you meet that person and talk to them, or is
No.
it just a one-on-one?
No, it's just one-on-one. Like, there's been times where it's like, oh yeah, I'm talking to this guy, let me show you a picture of him. Or he'll tell me, oh, this is the girl I'm talking to, and he'll show me a picture of her. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I don't know, I'll be like, okay, she's cute, or I don't know. But it's never been like, I honestly wouldn't even want to meet the person.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's what you do outside of this house. Whatever you do inside this house is my business. Whatever you do outside of this house, I don't care.
Yeah. Sadie. Yeah.
Go ahead and ask your other one.
Okay. My other question.
He's like a little kid, huh?
It's just like,
Teacher.
choose me.
Hey.
Me, my turn.
Hey, since Richard wants to be a negative Nancy here. No, I'm just kidding. When you how big of a change was it from you going from a toxic relationship to a healthy relationship when he started actually like putting in that like being your emotional support and putting the effort to be your emotional support? How big of a change was it? How long did it take you to like not cope with it, but kind of like get used to the fact?
I still have not gotten used to that, and I'll tell you why. I have a very traumatic past. And it's very interesting how me and him started together because I had I'm just gonna put it out there. I was like locked up in a mental hospital for like a week. And
Okay, hold on a second. I don't mean to cut you off, but is this something that you still want in the podcast?
She said she's gonna throw it out there.
Okay, because again, just so I know, so that when I'm editing, Okay, when I'm editing, that's
You
why.
hot bitches always go to the mental hospital, honey. It's okay.
Continue.
So yeah, I was there, and he was there for me the whole entire time. So, and that's something that I like never had before, where he would call me every single day when I was there. We were just friends. And then even after I got out, like he has his own house, I had my own apartment. So we both lived alone separately. And then when I got out, he was just like, "Hey, I know you live alone. I live alone. I work from home, but I have a spare bedroom. If you don't want to be alone, you can come stay here for a few nights and everything." And that's kind of how it started. And so we actually only dated for 7 months, and then we decided to get married and not tell anybody. And it is a very, very big difference because he does little things all the time, and he's not a big like gift giver, but he's that type of person that like he's like, "Oh, hey, I thought of you, so I got this," or like, "Hey, I know you like this, so I did this." And
Like acts of service.
definitely, for sure. And I cry about everything. So he just does little things, and I just cry all the time. And that's how like I know, like I don't know how to put it. It's just it is a very big difference because it's constant love every single day. I'm like, I've been with this man for a year and 3 months or so already, and he every single day up to this point still so much love. Every single day he gives me like 110. And that was like never a thing before. And I'm like, "Oh wow, this person's actually like so this is what love is." Like that's how it felt.
That's so,
Okay, last
that's
question.
beautiful. Oh
Go
my
ahead.
god.
Man.
Can I ask one
I'm
before you ask it?
interested.
Yeah,
you gotta
Kano,
get
let
one.
Kano ask it, and
Can I ask
then
before
and
you
then
ask
I'll
one?
ask one, and then Ivan could go again, or Allison.
I'm gonna forget. Let me write it down.
What happens
I'm
when
already
the day
down.
comes?
Okay, Kaya
See,
2.0.
What happens when the day comes? When what do you finally say? I don't want an open relationship anymore.
We've kind of so after the first time I did it, we kind of talked about that because we were like, "You know what? Maybe we shouldn't do it." So we kind of stopped. And it's not like we're actually even really active with doing that. It's not like I'm constantly out like on Tinder trying to hook up with boys, or he's constantly on Tinder trying to hook up with girls. He's it's we're not actively like looking for it, so it's not that big of a deal if it was to close. If if one day, if tomorrow he's just like, "You know what, let's close it," I'd be 100% okay with it. And like vice versa, if like I told him that, he'd be like, "Okay, we're done," and then we just focus on each other. We did close it for a while, and then we kind of just we thought about it, and we're like, "Well, it's not like we're actually like wanting to be with other people all the time, so we'll open it, the options there, and if at any point any of us want to close it, we can, and it's not that big of a deal."
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that what I'm hearing is that basically just communication is communication can make or break this basically, you know.
Literally, yeah.
So
For sure.
do you have a question before I switch it over to Ivan? No, Ivan
Okay.
or Dallas?
Listen here, Richard.
Don't call me by my government
He's
name.
reading it because he wrote it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Forgets.
Yeah. Okay. So you know how you're saying that like that he said that he tells you like, "Oh no, I'm the one that's supposed to take care of you."
Mhm.
So how does he handle you treating him with love and showing him that you actually care about him? Like how does he handle it?
That's a very interesting question, but it's a good question. He turns into a really big baby sometimes.
Like most men.
Oh, sounds like good.
Like
Sounds
most
like
men.
him.
Yeah.
He's not used to it, and neither am I. But that's how he is.
I'm used to it. I
Like-
fucking love it. But anyways, continue.
He does it. I don't think he realized he does it. He does it, but like for example, I'll use today. He was feeling sick, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm feeling sick," and then I'm like, "Oh, okay. Oh, well, let me get you some like pain medication," or I do this thing where like le hago piojito and I'll scratch his head, but that's like I do that every day. It's like he at the end of the night he's a really big baby with me, and that's how I take care of him. Because he just turns into a big baby. He doesn't even realize he does it, to be honest. He's like in the living room right now. He'll probably hear this.
That's fine.
But yeah, he just turns into a really big baby. But sometimes even when he's being a baby, he's like, "But I'm supposed to be taking care of you." I'm like, you do. I'm like, "Honey, you pay the bills, baby. You're good. You just take care of me."
Hell yeah.
I do. I'm
What?
gonna. Sorry, but I mean, I do take care of him because I do cook a lot, and I used to never cook. I never wanted to cook for any man. This is the first man it actually comes from my heart to cook for, and like I learned how to make caldo de res the other day. Ooh, baby, it came out good too. I'm just saying.
Did you learn that from because I know you have a really close relationship with your mom, and your mom, loves the shit out of you, and you love the shit out of your mom, obviously. So did you get that like recipe from your mom or what?
I did, but I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the recipes that I've been getting are just from Mexican ladies on TikTok. And it's like every single Mexican lady has their own way of making it, but it's overall in general the same idea. So I'll like choose. So this lady put this in it. This lady put this in it, and I'll kind of just make my own concoction. But yeah, I just learned how to make caldo de res. That's like a really big deal in my book.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. When you brought up the stuff, because I do know another couple that these two guys were dating, and they were in an open relationship, and I remember him being so heartbroken because I feel like it runs the risk of people catching feelings. Because you're obviously getting intimate with these people, and like in your case, you gotta feel their vibe a little bit more in order to take that step. And in this individual's situation, he was doing everything right. He was doing his thing, but not catching feelings, communicating with his partner, and he was doing it right. But the other party, he was also, doing his thing on the side or whatever, in the open marriage relationship. But what the other guy found out was that the other guy still continued to have a relationship with the other person that he was, getting intimate with. And they weren't dating or anything like that, but they still had a relationship. And one of their rules I guess rules was that, like, look, once it's done, and you don't continue to build a friendship with that person or build any sort of relationship with that person. Like, what do you think about that? Yeah.
So I kind of see that, like, where it's like, it's like a one-time thing with that one person. Personally, like, before I was with my husband, I had like a fuck buddy that was like on and off, like 5 years, longest relationship of my life, I would say. So even up to the point where like I got married, that person hit me up and I was like, "Hey, I'm married, so no, I'm like not gonna hook up with you." But throughout those 5 years, it's like I knew him, but I never wanted to be with him like that because I already knew what type of person he was. So I was just like, no, like I'm okay with just like hooking up and like never actually having like more than that, And I knew personally not to get emotionally involved since the beginning, and I never did. And I guess it's all up here, dude. It's all up here.
Yeah, you
like,
definitely
really
gotta be
have
strong
to,
mentally.
Definitely. To like, it's like, how do you see somebody for like a period of 5 years and not catch feelings? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, if I see him on the street, I'd be like, "Hey, dude, what's up?" Like, that would be it, and that's it.
I guess what I'm asking is, like, you or him, is it still possible to continue to have to build a friendship with that person?
So I would say so, because
But then that would mean,
mean,
what if like you guys have a party or a get together and he
Like-
wants or you want to invite that person over because you guys are friends now, but you guys do occasionally partake. Like would
that's
that
funny
bother?
because I wanted to hook up with this girl that was a friend of mine. And I've known her for years and stuff, but like that was the risk that I would have to take if I wanted to continue to just be her friend or if I wanted to like hook up with her. But I did talk to him about it. Like I was just like, hey, she's an old friend of mine. Like if I hook up with her, like I still want to hang out with her and go like drinking and stuff, but it wouldn't be like
Isaac, stop.
Romantic. It wouldn't be a romantic relationship.
it wouldn't be like like where I'm catching feelings for her because but then again I like stopped myself and I was like I value her friendship way more than her fucking vagina.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did it. I kind of stopped myself right there.
Let's say like you do hook up with this person and then you are like, oh, this person's cool. I can see you having a friendship with them. Would he, and obviously you can't speak for him, so, but like hypothetically, maybe would he be okay with having that person hang out with you guys, even though he knows that you and her?
Yes, because she's a woman. If it
Okay.
was a man,
Then probably not.
No.
And
Yeah.
vice versa. What about him? What if like he hooked up with the person, and then he's like, oh, would he ask, can I have a friendship with them or not? And would, I guess, you be okay with that or not and being around them?
I would totally be okay with it if he told me that for sure. Like, if he tells me, okay, yeah, I hooked up with her, but moving forward, I value friendship more, and I'm not gonna continue hooking up with.
Okay.
You
So
see
the
what I
hooking
mean?
up would have to stop then, to make it be
That's
okay.
if she was to come around me.
Yeah.
Like if he wants to continue to hooking up with the same person, just don't bring him around me. I don't want to see her face.
Okay.
No.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, and in this person's particular situation, yeah, that other guy, I guess, continued to have an outside relationship, and the guy felt betrayed, and it's like, look, we had this agreement. You continue to have an outside relationship with that person, and he was heartbroken, and but yeah, it's just
Although
so complicated.
the way I see it is like, do you really want to always hook up with someone new again? Like, if you already know how somebody already does the deed and you
That's just like,
it,
yeah.
like, if you already know how somebody does the deed and you like it, and you're very clear with what you want, and they're okay with it,
Yeah.
I would be okay with them continuing on with hooking up with the same person, because do we really want our body count to go up all the time? No.
As a guy,
Do we really want that new nervous experience with someone new every single time?
not every single
No.
time.
Like,
No.
Don't start with
honestly,
this.
to me that's exhausting.
Richard, don't start with this,
That's
Richard.
exhausting.
Don't start with this, Richard.
Stop calling me Richard. People know me as Antelope on the podcast. The only people that
Okay,
call me
Simple,
Richard
don't
is
start with
Selena.
this. Don't start with this.
Knowledge.
Okay, just I won't go on a tangent or like I won't fucking go all over the place. But I think guys' body counts, if you're single, should be going up. In my opinion, it just adds more value. Not value, maybe that's the wrong word to use. But like the guy's winning.
Playoffs.
The guy's winning if he's adding to his body count.
In your eyes, the girl's losing.
I just find it exhausting. I don't really care too much about numbers, but I just find it exhausting doing it all the time.
Very exhausting.
Someone
Very
new.
exhausting. Very exhausting. But if you have that energy and
getting
that drive,
comfortable, trying to get the vibe going. Oh, that's too much work, honey. It's
no, I
exhausting.
agree. Ash is like, no, it's not. Ash is just trying to rack up them numbers, man. I've never asked.
Exactly.
Do you,
Yeah,
Ash,
that's up,
Ash,
So
do you
think
do you
the
do you want
value
to?
of men goes up the more women they sleep with? Interesting.
I wouldn't say the value. I wouldn't say the value.
literally
I know,
did,
I
though.
know, but it was that's not, yes, but I corrected myself. That's not the word I was looking for. I
guess he gets points in his friends' eyes. Is that like even a thing?
Okay, look.
Yes.
Okay, if you
Yes.
want to dive
It's
into
like,
this,
yo,
we can.
dude, I slept with this girl and this girl. What did you do this week?
No, okay. This is why I love Selena. She's so honest. I love her. Okay, so okay, will you admit that a guy? No, she's the wrong person to ask this because I know her. She's
Always the
gonna.
right person, honey.
You're the right person, but okay.
Ask the question.
Cayno wants to answer it for
Just
you.
do it. Just do it. Just do it. We'll see
All
where
right.
it goes. All right.
Kano, go ahead.
Wait, what?
I explain more as to why I think this in the podcast that's being uploaded today. So if you want to go back and check that, you can. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But Kano, go ahead. I don't want Selena to judge me. That's why. I got Selena's family to me. Selena's family to me. I don't want her to judge me.
Answer your question.
I want to hear what you tell her about what you think about the girls' body count and how their value goes.
Kano, go ahead and ask your question.
Tell her.
Oh,
So
damn.
you think the value of
You
a
were
woman
asking
goes
me the
down the
question.
more men she sleeps with?
Look at that dad bod in the background.
Even if she's
Well,
single,
first
or
of all,
something.
a girl's body count is none of your business, even if you are sleeping with her.
Yeah, Antelope.
You're right,
It's
Selena.
none
I
of
can't
your
disagree with
business,
her.
honey.
I can't argue with Selena.
Whatever she did with her vagina before you,
Yeah,
that's none of your business, baby.
I'm Australian, but
it's true.
So,
I agree.
you look like
As well as
fucking
hers,
Taylor.
it's none of her business to know how many women you slept with.
You've never seen me like this, huh?
You know? I feel like he's a little
You
kid.
didn't see him how? Just shut up.
Yeah.
No,
so
so if you
what happens when you girls ask about our body count? What does that matter to you then?
We don't. The guy's always the one who starts.
I would be
it off.
honest, I don't ask.
I've met
I'm
plenty of girls
gonna
that
be
ask about
honest.
the
A
body count.
woman that is toxic and insecure will ask about body count.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
But see,
understandable.
look, Selena, if you watch her podcast,
Watch the one from the other
but
night.
before the
Watch
one
the
before
most
this
recent
one,
one.
you'll see why he asked you that question, and that's why he said text your
That's
answer.
why he's like
Because
that,
you
'cause I
tried
know
to
my
tell
body
us
He's not happy. He's not having a word of it, is he? Look at the head. Oh no.
men either. And
Antelope,
that's
you hide.
why-
Hide under that hat.
Why do you think it's your business?
You asking me?
Damn.
Yeah, like, why do you think that's information you need to know?
Oh, no, don't get
All
me
right,
started.
Selena, you know I love you, right? You know I love you, right,
Here we
Selena?
go. Here we go.
Cinematic bars
Speak your
now.
truth, baby. Speak your
Game
truth.
on.
Okay, so
Game on.
Pero no llores, no llores.
okay.
No llores, no llores.
Okay, so I don't like talking about this with Selena.
Why?
Wow, I feel offended.
No, it's because I got so much love for you. I don't want you to like hate me or think of me differently.
Hey,
Okay.
isn't this called Awake and Unafraid?
I'm getting there. I'm just trying to like set up
Are you
pillows.
being little? Just say it. Just say it.
Okay,
It's
okay,
fine.
okay. Fine. Okay. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna bring some context here, and I'm gonna break it down a little bit so we can get to my point. So, Selena, you are a unique human being. You are not. Will you agree that you are not like most women or like most people, in the way that you think?
If I was to say that, then I'd be a pick me girl saying, "Oh my god, I'm so different."
No. But like, obviously.
I mean, I would say I think a little bit differently than other people, and my lifestyle is a little different than your usual norm.
Okay, and I don't mean to place labels or anything like that, but would you say you're different than most women?
Oh, I hate that question.
I
but
know.
can say yeah.
Okay, so most women, what do you think most women find attractive in a guy?
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Definitely the way they think. Because
Okay.
physically,
Man.
we don't care sometimes. We really
Exactly.
don't.
Physically, no, but like the way they think, as in like their maturity, their
Oh,
like
yeah,
like how
definitely.
stable they are in life,
Uh-huh.
like what they could.
Well,
pro-
sometimes they might not even be stable.
and if they're not stable,
It's-
would you still find them attractive?
It's because
Or would most women?
sometimes they're like, even if they're not stable and they suck, if they're
I know.
confident, that works.
Okay. Would you say that most women judge men or find men attractive based on what they have to offer, like their future? And I could break that down, maybe like a house, quality of life, like financially, their growth. Would you say most women see like, oh, that guy has his shit together, I find that attractive?
That is attractive. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. That is attractive.
Yeah. So would you say that most women look at that as a guy? Because like if I was a bum or if a guy was a bum, most women would not find him.
I feel like they would look at that for sure.
Sadie.
Speaking, can I speak from personal experience?
Yes.
Okay. I just always wanted to at least be at the same level of either the same level of finance or same level of stability. Not one lower than the other, because sometimes it feels like you have to try to get them to that level with you. Yeah. And sometimes that's hard.
Yeah, and
Where
it's unattractive.
like you're at one point in your life and the other person's at this point in their life. Yeah. And I personally just wanted to be at the same level, if not more. Yeah. Okay. If not, like for example, like if he didn't have a job and he was still living at his parents' house and it was like that,
doesn't have nothing going in his life.
That would probably just be a hookup for me.
Exactly. So
like I would not see a future. Yeah.
So we agree that most women would look at that as the number one, if not one of the greater ones that they look into a guy. So for guys, what we find attractive in a woman, most guys, I would assume. Well, I'll ask Ash because he wasn't here. Ivan says no, and Cayno says no, which I don't. To me, it's fucking crazy. But I'll ask Ash. Ash, what do you find attractive? What do most guys find attractive in a woman, or what's something in a woman that would find most guys attractive? Like number one. And this all has a point, Selena. That's why that's the point I'm getting at with the whole body count stuff. So, very Ash, intrigued. What's one of the things? What was one of the things that you find attractive in a woman?
Hang on, let me just try.
Like, and I mean relationship-wise, not like a one-night stand type of deal. Like relationship-wise. Yeah, short term. No, I mean like long term. I mean like long term. Like, what do you find in a woman long term?
All right, I think it's pretty like. Definitely, stable. Okay. They got like a stable, good job.
Okay, hold on.
Everything
Let me stop you there. Let's say this woman is unstable, still lives with her home, but she's hot as fuck. Would you still date her?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So that's not it. Think harder. Because that's not it.
Mate, that is me thinking. I'm not very smart.
He's just rich. That's all it is.
You want me to help you?
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Okay.
Please chime in for me. Tag team.
A woman, most guys would find attractive long term would have like maybe good standards, be a traditional woman long term, because she could be I know, Selena. So I think most guys would want that, right? Somebody with standards, somebody with again, would you date a woman that is stable, but had like 150 body count? Long term.
Yeah, I would.
You would?
Yeah. So anyone that finds me attractive really is like good.
Yeah. See, any attractive women have high body count.
Okay, so
you see how
Ash,
he doesn't think like you?
Okay, fine. Not like me, but I would say most guys. Wow. Okay, Ash. If you're female, fucked everybody in Kalgoorlie, including Cayno, is that somebody you would take to mom?
Yeah. What up?
Is that somebody you would take to mom?
No.
Okay, so the body count should matter then. You're saying this, but like if you really think about it, long term, if she has had 250 different partners, is that somebody you would want to take to mom?
Nah, that's a lot.
Okay, fine.
Is a lot.
Okay, 80.
That's already tough.
80's still a lot.
Yeah, 80's a lot as well. I'll take 50.
50? Okay.
Would you take 70?
Okay, so you are.
I'd say 50.
Okay, so you are taking it into consideration. long term.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you definitely
So,
do. Yeah.
so she could have a
That's if he even finds out the number.
true.
That's true.
I feel like I'm speaking for most guys. Comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. I know the last podcast was about this.
Speaking for most Mexican guys.
No, guys in general.
Mexican.
Guys in general. Guys in
Aussie,
general.
Aussie.
And Mexicans, I feel like care a little bit less than
Interesting.
most maybe. But the reason I say this is because
hang on.
what girls find attractive in a guy is their future, and what guys find attractive in a girl is based on their past. And
Oh, okay. I can. Okay.
so when a
see
girl
where
has a high body count, I'm judging, for lack of a better word, on your past, because that tells me what kind of person you are. That tells me what kind of I guess standards or morals you have. Because personally, as a dude, I don't give a fuck about your financial stability. I don't give a fuck about any of all that shit, because that's, in my eyes, that's me. Like, as a guy, I don't care. You can be hot as fuck and be a fucking bum, and I'm still gonna find you attractive. But if you're hot as fuck and have 150 body count, I don't want to like date you, basically. So that's why, to me, body count does matter, because I want a female that doesn't just give it up that easily. Because in my eyes, that speaks a lot about you. So that's why the whole conversation about the body count came. Now, is that a bad thing to think? I don't think so, because
That's your truth,
Mhm,
and
yeah.
that's fine for you.
Mhm.
You know,
Good answer.
I said everyone has their own opinions.
like personally, because of that, I would never date you. I mean, I'm married and everything, but like if I
No,
knew
no,
that,
that's fair.
if my husband thought that way, I would have been like, ew, you suck, bye. You know.
But
And I would've said that.
okay. So playing
But
devil's advocate.
I have another question though.
I will,
and it
but
kinda
playing devil's
goes-
advocate, since we're in discussion, so it's fair for you to say no to him because of him thinking about your past, but then is it unfair for women to judge a guy in their future then? What if he is a bum? How is that wrong? What if she has 150 body count? Why is that wrong? Like, where is the fairness in that?
I would say, like, if you see potential, and if you know that, like, let's say right now they're an iCloud rapper, like, SoundCloud rapper, right?
Yeah.
But like, you know, he's good and he's like really pushing for it and stuff. Like, is a woman gonna stay there if he's not constantly pushing for his dreams? Like, if she sees that he's like actually trying to do something with his life, that he's not just being a bum 24/7, and that he actually wants to do better, eventually she's gonna stay with him. She's gonna stay with him because she believes in him.
Okay.
And I truly think that, like, okay, putting it into a little bit different words here, if let's say you guys both work, let's say he's not even working and you're the only one working, but he's going to school and he's actually trying to do something better for himself, and she's the one working and she's paying all the bills, like, I get that he's eventually gonna get there, you know. If they see that, like, it's going nowhere, like, that's where we would put a halt. Like, I don't think a woman's gonna stay there forever if he's not working towards something better. Like, he has to have goals,
Yeah.
you know. Like,
Yeah,
we all
yeah.
have to have goals, and like, if he's gonna stay home with his mom the whole time and not work and not do anything, no one's gonna stay. No one's gonna
Yeah.
want to be there.
But you're so
Like, if he's a bum and then he's eventually working towards something, then yeah.
Yeah, but what women find attractive is their growth, and that's fair for you guys to judge us on our growth. But what men find attractive in women is their past, aka their body count. All of a sudden, that's unfair. So where's that? What I like? To me, I see it unfair for most women.
So you want it to be okay for men to be bums, and you don't want it to be okay for women to sleep around?
No, I want it to be okay for both sides, because I find it fair that what women find attractive is a man's growth or their potential growth.
Mhm.
That's what women find attractive. I find that fair. That's valid. But when
Okay.
whatever a guy finds attractive, which is their past, aka their body count, now all of a sudden it's unfair, and you guys shouldn't find us attractive based on that.
Okay. I see. Okay, now I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
It's unfair to whoever sees it unfair. You find it unfair.
Most men find it unfair.
No, but right now, whoever's
Oh,
speaking
yeah,
right now
here.
in this here,
Yeah.
you find it unfair.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's okay. You might even come across a woman that thinks it's also unfair. And she might not be sleeping around with a lot of men.
Yeah.
And that's okay because she'll have the same ideology or same standards as you in a relationship.
Yeah.
So
and that's why I brought everybody
if I had
here.
to generally speak on it, I mean, I wouldn't be able to say if it's fair or unfair because everybody's head thinks differently. So I wouldn't be able to speak for all women.
Okay.
There's Elmo
Ivan,
up there.
go ahead, Ivan.
Oh, hi, Elmo. How cute. I didn't even see Elmo up there.
I have a question for everybody.
Yes.
I have a question for everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Selena, I love you.
I love you too, and I don't hate you.
Can we collect $200 and go?
Okay.
No? Okay.
Would you rather be a part of somebody's growth, or be there or just show up when the final product comes out?
Be a lot better during the growth, really. That's where all the hard works.
Yeah.
Doing it together, growing together.
Yeah, because that builds a bond.
So the reason I bring up this question is because Antelope, when he was talking about, like, you know how some people focus on like others' futures, like how when he was saying that women focus on like judge men based on the future, right? The reason I bring this up is because I've noticed a lot, like in guys and girls, you know, when you're like a lot of couples that I've seen, when you're going through something, you're going through that growth. There's a lot of people that are like, you know what, I don't want to stick through that, and they're like, you know what, I don't want to be there. I'd rather be there for the final product. And it was just kind of something that he brought, like when he was bringing that up, kind of like popped into my head, and I just want to see your guys' perspective on that because I've seen it a lot where people are just like, no, I don't want to be there, and then when the final product comes out, they're like, hey, like we should be together, you know, I've always loved you, always missed you, kind of deal. You get me?
Bullshit. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
If they're not gonna be with you throughout the whole process and they just want to be with you at the end, what the fuck? That's bullshit.
What the fuck?
No, bye.
Yeah.
That's just a big ass red flag to me. I'm like, why do you want me now? Why do you want me now? You didn't want me when I was working on myself. Why do you want me now when I'm like successful? Why was I not worth it during the time that I was trying to get there?
Yeah.
But now I am? No.
Go to the bathroom.
If they didn't see your worth as you were growing and trying to get there, then they're not gonna see the worth. They're gonna. It doesn't make sense. No, bye.
Yeah, no, she's
that's a
obviously
big red
interested
flag.
in she was obviously interested in stability.
Not
Again,
saying she a gold digger.
yeah, exactly. So that's what females find attractive is the stability and all that. So no, yeah, she's obviously gold digger or whatever. Closing thoughts. We've been recording for like about an hour and something now, so I don't want this to be a 2-hour long podcast. But
Okay, Selena, what's your pet peeve?
this
what's
motherfucker,
it-
every podcast.
That's good. Hey, you be quiet.
This guy right here.
And an
Pet peeve about
immediate
what?
a pet peeve, and just one pet peeve
In a relationship.
in a relationship.
In a relationship?
Yeah, I'll tell you. You want me to tell you antelopes?
Yeah, just tell it to me.
Nah, don't. Nah, I wouldn't.
No.
Hey. Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it.
Antelope, are you
Is
okay
it a
with
pet
it?
peeve about the opposite sex or just a general pet peeve?
In a relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't.
Okay,
Nah.
Antelope, are you okay with it?
Nah, don't do
Say
it.
it.
Okay. It's if the person
on the
doesn't
boys.
put a straw
In your
in
cup.
his drink.
Not a straw. That's not the point. No, that it was not a straw. That's not my pet peeve.
I know.
What was it? What was it? Like,
It's straw.
Okay. Oh fuck. I hate saying this because Selena's here and I don't want her to judge
why?
me.
I hate that you're like trying to like not say.
See how there's no straw in that water?
Because
Why do
you see me as this person. You know what I mean? And obviously in this podcast,
You
we
don't
say,
want that to go away?
yeah.
Honey, I've known you since high school. I don't think anything's changing.
Okay.
I've seen things you've done in the past, okay?
Let him know.
We've made it,
Get him.
We've made it past the 7-year ick or whatever
Fight him.
that's called.
That's true. I hate it when I'm with like in a relationship. I shouldn't say I hate it, but like it. Yeah, I hate it. Like if I'm sitting down and it's a very masculine thing and a very machista thing, and I fucking hate that it makes my blood boil, but it does. I don't choose to be this way. This is just how I am. But like if I'm sitting down at a table and I'm eating, and my girlfriend doesn't like offer me a drink or like gets me a drink, and I have to get up and get it myself, I don't know why it bothers me. So that's my
weight.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have told me that, dude.
You get up and get your own goddamn drink.
No, rip into him. Rip into him.
Get your own goddamn drink. You're supposed to get a drink before you sit down at the table.
Yeah. No. I think he's talking like. So what if
the thought.
What if? You know what? You already said closing thoughts. Like, if I say what if and we keep going, we're
Go ahead. But, you're here.
Well,
Like,
let's
that's not
say
every
she
day I have you.
cooked for you. She cooked dinner for you, and she brought the plate for you at the table. And she brought, and then, so it would still piss you off if she didn't bring you a drink.
She didn't finish the job. Yeah.
Allison, leave. Allison,
Get out. Slap him. Slap him. Slap him. Yeah. Now's your chance. Now's your chance to go. You got.
She couldn't look. She couldn't. I could have cooked dinner. I could have cooked dinner. I could have done everything.
What shoulda, honey? No. Get your ass up and get your fucking drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your own drink. Where's your straw? Where's that straw in your water bottle?
I will, Selena. I'm sorry.
Oh, so hold on. Would you ever cook, bring her the food, and give her the drink?
All the time. Literally before this podcast, I made pizza.
Yeah,
I made some veggies. I made some veggies. I brought her a water. I brought her everything. Like I did everything.
One, my G.
Served everything. Gave it to her. She was sitting on the couch. I brought everything to her. She was watching TV. I brought everything to her, and I brought her a drink and everything. Everything. All. I finished the job. So
Antelope is wifey material. Antelope is wifey material. He's cooked for me. He dined and wined me. You know.
I do everything. I do everything. I'll even bring you the drink. I'll make sure you
Peter,
have
let
a
me lick
drink.
his ear.
I'll make sure you have a drink.
Just be careful.
Just to me, it's like the thought. What
What if she gets you
pisses?
the drink and not the food?
That's fine. That's
As
fine.
long as there's the drink.
It has to be the drink. I don't
He's like,
know
I
why.
want a drink.
I don't know why. But like even like what? Oh, you know what really pisses me off?
I always forget
Oh,
the
here we go.
drink, honey.
It's like what pisses me off the most is like what if like we both are eating and then she gets up and gets a drink for herself only and not me.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
it's like the
shut that
thought
down.
that matters to me. It's not the drink
Yeah.
itself, it's what it represents. It's like she's thinking of me. That's what it represents to me in my eyes. So that's why it's not the drink itself. It's the thought.
I can see that. I can see that. But what if she genuinely just forgot it?
One time is cool. 2 times?
Don't make that mistake twice.
I will make it known. Ask her. I told this is the reason he brings it up because we were at Dunkin' Donuts and we got coffee, right? And I'm driving, and I hand her both straws, you know, and I mean both our cups are in the cup holder thing,
She
right?
only put a straw in hers and not in yours.
But I wasn't thinking about it like that.
No, she wasn't thinking about it. What she meant to say was she wasn't thinking about me.
No.
She put her straw in her drink and.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I would probably be mad too. If
Thank
I
you.
was driving,
I'm driving, exactly. All she gave a fuck about was herself, and her.
it's
Only.
like I'm too busy driving. Can you help me
If
with
you
my
got
drink?
one hand on the steering wheel, where's the other hand?
There.
Where's the other hand?
Pick up my straw. What's this?
10 and 3. 10 and 3, baby.
What if
You
he tried to
notice
do
how
shit?
you got your
What if
eyes
he
off
tried
of
to
the road as you were trying to put your straw in the cup?
All the time.
They're dangerous.
Both of you
You
guys
cause
are
an
dangerous.
accident.
All the time. Even water
What
bottle,
I
like,
would have done is
there,
I would have
oh,
asked, like, babe, do you want your drink right now?
My hand back
And I'd
on.
be like, yeah.
Drop
She
the
says,
legs.
yeah, cool. And then I'll put the straw in her drink, mix it up a little bit, and be like, here you go. And then I'll take care of my
You make
my
it a
needs
big
second.
Deal, though. I would have been like, babe, I'm driving. Can you just help me with the straw?
Oh, I looked at her crazy, huh?
Yeah, but she's not supposed to be grabbing shoes or clothes.
Oh,
Same as
damn!
Damn, boy.
Hey, go to your case. Tell me what your case.
So
Alright,
that's my pet peeve because of what it represents. It's not the actual drink itself,
Hey.
but because of what it means.
Hey.
It's like you're thinking about me or I'm not thinking about you, basically. And I don't do that because I'm always constantly thinking about my partner. So I'm always trying to make sure she's set before I'm set. So it's just I don't know. It's just my way of thinking. But anyways, move on. Ash, what's yours?
Your closing thoughts.
Nah, my pet peeve.
Oh, your
Yeah,
pet peeve,
I haven't
there
brought
you
up the
I
pet
don't really
peeve.
have a pet peeve.
go. No, surely you
Your
do.
closing thought is your pet peeve.
Oh,
See,
I don't really have one, eh?
no, you do. Surely. What's something that
too
you
early.
hate?
Oh, when you go to bed and they leave the light on. out in the lounge room or something, so you have to get up and then walk out in the lounge room and then turn it off. Fuck.
All right.
That kills me.
Okay, no.
Smart. Well done.
Kano.
I think my pet peeve's already been mentioned. If you've got like more guy friends than girlfriends,
Oh. I can see
then
that.
it's like, yo, what are you doing?
What if you just meet all of them and they become your boys?
Oh.
Oh, yo, those are big steps.
Okay, we're going with baby
That's a lot of trust building exercise there. That's like summer
Yeah,
camp.
that's a lot
We're
of
going
trust
to do
there.
Boy Scouts or something, you know?
A lot of trust there.
Buy some knots or something.
All right, Selena, pet peeve.
I would say mine would be if you see me cleaning the house and you're just laying there. You're watching me do it alone.
I'm busy playing games.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And I would be like, you know what? If you're doing nothing, get the
Playing
fuck out of the
video
house until I'm done cleaning. Like, don't be here. I don't want to see you just doing nothing.
No, didn't last
Go
night.
outside and do nothing. Like.
See, like all of our pet peeves as of now, just it goes back to like the same principle as mine, I guess, where you see us doing stuff or you like like what it represents, you know, like help me too, or think
It's
about
a
me.
partnership.
Exactly. Mine's just breaking down to a drink. You know, his is the lights on, where now he has to do something about it. Kano's is a fucking weirdo. Yours is it just goes back to the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, pull your weight.
Yes. Dallas.
Oh, here we go. This is a game changer right here.
We want clear
No,
communication.
I want details.
No, it kind of goes with Selena, but it's like after you're done cleaning, and then like they come downstairs and they put the dish right in the sink as soon as you're done cleaning the dishes.
Upstairs.
That pisses me off.
Yeah.
That really does piss me off.
Must be
Like,
nice.
you
So
could
you just saw that I did it. Why didn't you keep up with it?
Does
Yeah,
Ivan do
why
that?
didn't you-
Does Ivan do that?
That's definitely
So
Ivan's
far,
thing.
no. Because we
I
haven't
Ivan would
really
do the dishes.
fixed
Ivan's a dish
everything
man.
yet,
With his
so.
little apron.
But lately he's been doing most of the cleaning, not me.
Thank you.
Ivan.
And the table.
Did you say
so
your
I
pet
don't-
peeve?
No, I don't really remember.
That's my pet peeve right there. Don't touch my face.
Touch my face.
You had a
Oh, I
hair-
think that's my husband's pet peeve. Like, if he has something in his face, I'll be like, and he's like,
I don't really remember what I said last time. But I hate backseat driving.
When she drives?
No.
No,
So when I'm driving and they're telling me what to do as I'm driving.
So
I think every guy hates that.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
that's for me. Like I was just like, that for me is like no. That for me is a big no.
Oh no, when I drive, he pretends that I'm like braking very hard like he does.
Yeah, when she drives and she goes to slow it down, I'm like, damn.
He brakes fucking hard. You know,
Alright.
like just when they brake and then like you go like that.
Yeah, that's how she drives.
No, that's
How
like
you
you
brake.
brake. That's how
How
he.
it work?
My brakes ease into it, not his.
But you don't know if the brakes work if you're just easing into it. You gotta hit it hard.
Yeah, you gotta make sure they work.
it's a new car. I think they work.
Exactly.
I took my sister the other day. I was dropping her off at work. And yeah,
Uh,
I
it's
texted my husband what he thought the pet peeve was, and he said my ADHD. So
You can't control that. Does he want to come on and say what's up? And would he want to be on camera and out there like that?
oh no, I think we're good.
Okay, all right. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up. Oh,
No, Allison.
Oh, come on,
Anderson,
Antelope!
you better rip him apart, girl.
You can't do that.
No, mine. I don't know. I don't really know.
Nice and close to the mic. There we go.
There's just
Get out of the way, Antelope.
it's just a small little tiny little thing. It's like say you guys are walking on the sidewalk and the guy doesn't know the sidewalk rule. Where
Oh
he
yeah,
stands,
I'd be pissed.
or like opening the door for you or like stuff like that. Just like not really a big thing, but it will bother me. Like it'll make me think about it.
If he
I'll be
doesn't
like,
walk on the side of the street and he's in the inside,
Nah.
yeah, no.
Nah,
As a
nah,
guy, you
it's
don't do
2020.
that.
Nah, it's 2022. They can sacrifice themselves too. No, I'm kidding.
You're gonna get hit by a car, not me. No, I
Equality. He's not
no, I do that too.
Hey, man, we got there in the end.
Yeah, no, you always keep her between the.
Between the car.
Yeah, the car and you.
No, the guy walks on the street side, and then the female walks in between, the buildings and you or whatever. But okay, yeah, I don't have to worry about that because I do that. Opening doors sometimes, not all the times, but like the car doors, sometimes I won't get out, But like restaurant doors or like if we're both outside, then yeah, stuff like that, yeah. But
You do that.
anyways,
I opened the Walmart door.
Nah, not cars.
the Walmart door. He said not cars.
Not cars, yeah. Cars, like you're on the opposite side of the car. Like any other door, yeah. Car door.
Just have doors.
Toilet doors. What?
All right, guys. It's been like an hour and 40 minutes now. Obviously, I'm gonna chop it down a little bit, but thank you, Cayno, Ash, Ivan, O'Dowd for being on, and Selena, of course. Thank you so much for being here and giving us some insight on everything that
What about Allison?
Dumbasses that
yeah,
doesn't have
thanks
to.
for inviting me.
Yeah, Allison, thank you for being on again. Remember, guys, to subscribe. 42% of you motherfuckers are not subscribed to the podcast, so go ahead and subscribe right now. Tell us what you guys think in the comment section below. And stay awake and afraid, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.
Okay, Cayno.
Thank you. It was fun.